Episode 47. Tan Hua was feeling confused when Nan Shen slowly retracted his hand and smiled sweetly like an angel. Completely made her stunned. Huff, done. Nan Shen drew back his hand immediately as he looked to Tan Hua's new appearance, with the necklace with satisfaction. A trace of genuine smile could be seen on his handsome face. The necklace he chose for Tan Hua looked very good on her. He is satisfied. Nan Shen smiled when he saw how good the necklace was when Tan Hua wore it now. Even though the pendant looked out of character, but it still reminded him of her image, a golden retriever. It's cute. Big Brie, honey? A necklace. Tan Hua was still stunned when she saw the necklace on her neck. So when Nan Shen came closer to her, it was for the sake of putting on this necklace on her neck? Yep, you will absolutely need jewelry. That necklace suits you. Nan Shen chuckled as he gently stroked Tan Hua's head, afraid of messing it up before the party started. When Nan Shen's hand landed on Tan Hua's head, Tan Hua suddenly felt her body temperature raised up a lot. Now she felt hot all over, and her face must be red too. Let's go to the party now. Tan Hua avoided Nan Shen's hand, which was still on her head, as she quickly turned around, afraid that Nan Shen would see her red face. All right, ex-younger, let's go. Nan Shen chuckled when he saw Tan Hua acting like this. He knew that she must be embarrassed being treated like that. Very casually, Nan Shen took Tan Hua's hand and put it around his arm so that they would look like a real loving couple. This sudden action of Nan Shen almost made Tan Hua, who wore heels, slipped and fell. B-boss, isn't this too intimate? Tan Hua's head went dizzy for a while, so she didn't do anything other than following Nan Shen to the party place. The place where the party was being held was at the top of this building, which was a grand hotel, so they would just have to use elevator to get there. Don't be nervous, just act like usual when the elevator had arrived at the floor where the party was being held. Nan Shen whispered softly to Tan Hua's ear, worried that the girl would be too nervous as this must be her first time attending such a grand party. Tan Hua only nodded her head silently, and thought she wasn't nervous too because she would attend a high-class party. She was once a pampered daughter of a wealthy family, so party like this was something usual for her. She was nervous because she would attend the party as Nan Shen's girlfriend. She already guessed that many ladies there would stare dagger with jealous eyes at her the moment they saw she walked side by side with Nan Shen. Moreover, she was holding on to Nan Shen's arm. This intimate act would for sure made anyone notice that she was someone special to Nan Shen. Lan, Nan, and Ren family are three super famous family in this nation after all. Lan family would of course be well known since their business spread to international level, but Nan and Ren family were also super popular among other high-class family. Not only because these families were both had top company in their nation, these two families were also well known because of their young masters, Nan Shen and Ren Yuan. Two top-listed husband material aside from Lan Yanjin, who very rarely came out to public. Nan Shen and Ren Yuan was still single, even when they were already 28 years old. This made them very popular among rich ladies. Both of them were seen as a perfect husband material. Compared to Lan Yanjin, who was so mysterious and often went abroad, these two hunk who were often seen in public would be the choice for the single young ladies. Who wouldn't want to have these two as their husband? Even the older generation also wanted these two handsome men to be their son-in-law. This fact made Tan Hua had goosebumps. Imagine if one day the single Nan Shen who never had girlfriend before suddenly went to a party with a girl. There would be scandal for sure. The media mass was there too, right? Now Ren Yuan must came to the party with Mishu, which would trigger scandal. Imagine if Nan Shen also went to the party with her. It would be double scandal. Tan Hua's heart began to cower in fear. She hated to be the center of everyone's jealousy. Tan Hua's hand trembled a little when she thought about it. And this was noticed by Nan Shen when they were about to enter the party hall. Don't worry. I am here. Nan Shen patted Tan Hua back with his right hand as he whispered to her ear, calming her down with his mysteriously magnetic voice. Tan Hua's heart, which was cowering in fear earlier, surprisingly calmed down after Nan Shen said that one sentence followed by a gentle pat on her back. Right, she shouldn't feel afraid now. She had to play the role of Nan Shen's girlfriend to the perfection since she would also represent Nan Shen's reputation to the public. Meanwhile, at this time, when Nan Shen and Tan Hua was still outside the building, Lan Yanjin was being interrogated by his parents. Yanjin, where's the blonde girlfriend of yours you show us before? Mommy want to meet her soon. A beautiful woman with blonde hair and gentle blue eyes wearing gold color-line dress suddenly appeared behind Lan Yanjin and talked to him. This person was none other than Lan Yanjin's mother. Her long blonder hair looked like a strand of gold under light of the crystal lamp, coupled with her golden dress. The woman looked like a nouveau riche. Her deep blue eyes, which were the exact copy of Lan Yanjin's eyes, looked so gentle like a meek deer. Her voice was so soothing, and anyone who heard it would think they just heard an angel voice. Lan Yanjin sighed when he saw his mother already so eager to meet his so-called girlfriend. In fact, he didn't really have a girlfriend, okay? He just showed Tan Hua photo to his parents to make them shut up for once. But who knows, this would only backfire at him. He didn't think his grandfather's birthday party would be held in this country. He thought it would be held abroad like usual. Knowing that his so-called girlfriend also lived in this country, his parents had been as noisy as always, urging him to bring her to this party. But how could he do that? He didn't even have Tan Hua's phone number, and he doubted she would even agree to disguise as a girl, and became his fake girlfriend. Just why his parents are so noisy about him getting a partner. He was still young, okay? 28 years old. She is busy, mom, and I'm sure she will feel uncomfortable to attend grand party like this. Yanjin immediately made an excuse as to why he didn't bring his girlfriend along to this party. Hearing this, Lan Yanjin's mother could only shook her head and went to talk to his husband. Right after Lan Yanjin said so, there was a commotion at the entrance of the party hall. The curious Lan Yanjin was in mood to see what made these guests were so noisy very suddenly. Lan Yanjin walked to the door of the party hall to see what's going on, but when he did, he was immediately shocked silly. At this time, Nan Shen had brought Tan Hua into the hall. He was wearing that angelic mask on his face, while Tan Hua wore a gentle, elegant mask on her face, even though she was super nervous. The moment Tan Hua appeared, the guests immediately seen her because she was walking beside Nan Shen, and not only that. Her unique dress also made her easily noticed by the guest. Wow, what a beautiful dress. Who is that girl? She walked beside young Master Nan. One of the female guests had her eyes sparkled when she saw Tan Hua dress. The dress was something she never seen before, even when she already bought all the newest dress design from famous designer. Where the hell that girl gets such a unique and beautiful dress? Look, she is holding young Master Nan's hand. Is she his girlfriend? Another female guest, who had sharp eyes, pointed her finger to Tan Hua's arm, which was linked to Nan Shen's arm. Young Master Nan girlfriend? Just now we saw young Master Ren with someone from the Mai family. I don't think I will see young Master Nan bringing a girl too. A young girl in pink line dress looked at Nan Shen's place with tears on her eyes. Just now, 10 minutes before Nan Shen came in, Ren Yuan also came to the party, and he was being escorted by Mi Shu. This made the guests all shocked since Ren Yuan had never been gossiped to have a girlfriend. The girls in the party all had their excitement died down the moment they saw Mi Shu, who looked like a gorgeous goddess walking beside Ren Yuan, looking very matched. They dreamed to be Ren Yuan's girlfriend was destroyed by Mi Shu beauty. No one could bravely approach Ren Yuan when he was with Mi Shu now. That's why the girl switched side to Nan Shen. If Ren Yuan wasn't single anymore, then there was still Nan Shen. That man also never had a girlfriend and didn't have love scandal either. The single girls in the party all looked forward to see Nan Shen in this party. But then when he came with a beautiful girl wearing a completely new and unique dress. That dress wore by the girl beside Nan Shen's side was so unique since that model was the only one that was different with the rest of the dresses worn by the other ladies. This made that black-haired girl stand up from the rest of the ladies. The guests, especially the girl, all had dumbfounded face when they saw Nan Shen and Tan Hua walked slowly to the hall, looking exactly like a couple made in heaven. Tan Hua with her navy blue dress and Nan Shen with his silver suit. They looked so well suited for each other. If only the girl was less beautiful and the dress she wore wasn't that expensive-looking dress. Maybe they still had a chance to snatch Nan Shen from her butt. That black-haired girl was surprisingly beautiful. It was different with Mi Shu elegant beauty. This girl looked more cheerful and fresh, like a sunflower. If Mi Shu was an orchid, then this girl was a sunflower. Not only her beauty, even her dress was unique enough to tell them that this girl family background must be something special. Even the richest girl in this party didn't wear such a new and unique dress, but this girl could wear it. This means, this girl that Nan Shen brought along was someone they couldn't mess with? The guests all had surprised expressions seeing Tan Hua, who came with Nan Shen. At this time, even the media mass, after they snapped from their shock, they immediately crowded Nan Shen to get exciting news. Young Master Nan. Who is the girl beside you? Is it your girlfriend? Tell us please. The media mass already surrounded Tan Hua and Nan Shen when they haven't even walked far from the entrance of the hall. The Lane family permitted a few big media to attend the party, so it wasn't a weird thing to see media mass here. Even outside the party, there were also a lot of reporters and such. But since Nan Shen didn't say anything to them when they asked him, the reporters gave up. This time the reporters inside the party hall also asked the same question to Nan Shen. When Tan Hua heard this, she thought Nan Shen wouldn't say anything like before, and calmly greet the guests, ignoring these elite reporters, but to her surprise, Nan Shen did say something this time. "This is Xing Xiang, my beloved girlfriend, please treat her well." Nan Shen pulled Tan Hua's waist and kissed her forehead in front of the reporters and many cameras, making Tan Hua turned into a boiled crab. Even the reporter who saw Nan Shen intimate action to Tan Hua couldn't help but blush seeing how sweet this couple was. The reporters all had mixed feelings seeing Nan Shen casually brought Tan Hua away from them after answering their question with a single sentence. They were embarrassed but happy at the same time that they had a good material for tomorrow news. Hearing Nan Shen answer, not only the reporter who had mixed feelings. The guests also had mixed feelings. They were excited to see a love scandal, but also felt sad since their potential husband or son-in-law was snatched by other girl. They didn't know how to react. The one who also didn't know how to react in the middle of the crowd seeing Nan Shen showing off his girlfriend was none other than Lan Yanjin. He was shocked silly for so many things. First, the fact that Tan Hua appeared as a girl in this party looking very beautiful had successfully made his heart skip a beat. He didn't know what happened when he saw that familiar face, but with makeup on. That time when he saw her, his heart skipped a beat and his chest was squeezed tight until he couldn't breathe. Even when Tan Hua wore wig and had makeup, he could still recognize her the moment she came through the door. Ba-thump! Ba-thump! His heart suddenly beat faster, and his body temperature rose when he saw Tan Hua with her new appearance. This was something he never felt in his entire life. Never once he had this reaction even when he saw the most beautiful girl he ever met. Why the hell his heart beat for that midget? She's just a midget. Now the second fact that shocked him was the dress Tan Hua wore. He had a feeling that the dress was something she designed, and it was a collaboration with Nan Shen Company. Maybe they were here to promote this new dress. He was shocked. Very shocked since he was quite knowledgeable in fashion industry. He had met many world-class designer who had made various model for fashion, but never in his life he found dress like what Tan Hua wore now. Wasn't that a completely new model then? But he had seen into Tan Hua information, and she didn't even go to college. How could she made such a completely new design? Now he came to the last shocking fact. This was the fact that almost made him slipped and fell when he knew it. It's the fact that Tan Hua became Nan Shen's girlfriend. Since when Nan Shen knew Tan Hua's identity? Wait. Since when they dated? He was doomed if they really were dating. He said to his parents that Tan Hua was his girlfriend. He just dated recently, but if they saw her, no. They would saw her for sure. Then wouldn't his words about having a girlfriend would be doubted by his parents? Damn Nan Shen. Since when you date that midget? Lan Yanjin's head was dizzy, and his heart was in chaos, but it seemed that the god didn't intended to let him go with just this kind of shock. Well, maybe the author was the one who didn't want to let Lan Yanjin have peaceful life. Lan Yanjin was a smart man, so when he was doomed, he immediately think of a plan. He knew he had to escape from this party otherwise. Who knows what might happen to him? Lan Yanjin was already about to sneak out from the party, afraid that his parents would question him, when suddenly someone grabbed his back collar from behind. Grab! Yanjin, where are you going? The person who said this seemed like he was smiling, but Lan Yanjin knew very sure the person wasn't happy at all. Dad. Lan Yanjin broke in cold sweat as he turned his head around to see his handsome and cold father was smiling like a devil for the first time in his life. His father was a cold man, and he never smiled except to his wife, which is his mother, but then this father of his was smiling now. Wait, it wasn't a sweet smile. It was a terrifying smile. You said your girlfriend couldn't come to the party by why I just saw her come with that brat from Nan family? Can you explain this, dear son? With a smile, Lan Yanjin's father dragged Lan Yanjin to his mother's place for intense interrogation. Poor Lan Yanjin. Wish you luck. Now back at Tan Hua and Nan Shen. Nan Shen at this time was ready to introduce Tan Hua to his parents. He had prepared all sort of answer if his parents asked for anything. Tan Hua also had memorized every information Nan Shen created for her new identity. Keep calm, we can do it. Nan Shen took a deep breath as he patted Tan Hua back to encourage both her and he himself. Truth to be told, he was nervous. What if his parents didn't like Tan Hua? What if they knew their relationship was a fake one? But despite feeling nervous, Nan Shen braved himself to brought Tan Hua to where his parents were. Tan Hua herself could felt her heart beat faster when they came closer to Nan Shen's parents' place. She was afraid that Nan Shen's parents would a strict one, and they would interrogate her like she was a criminal. She was also nervous. Mom, Dad, when Nan Shen called out to his parents. Tan Hua body subconsciously flinched even when she haven't seen Nan Shen parents' face at all. For some reason, she felt like she was meeting her in-laws. Wait. She indeed was about to meet her in-laws. But it's not like her relationship with Nan Shen was real, so maybe there was nothing she should be afraid of. Okay, let's brave herself, and made Nan Shen proud to choose a girlfriend like her. After all, if this went smooth, she would get bonus money too, aside from the money from the dress design. She can do this. Just when Nan Shen called his parents, not too long after that, a pair of beautiful woman and man came approaching Tan Hua and Nan Shen with gleeful smile on their face. Tan Hua immediately knew that these two must be Nan Shen parents, as somehow the man was really identical to Nan Shen. It was like seeing an older version of Nan Shen. Oh, but this middle-aged man had a genuine gentle face, not like Nan Shen, who had fake gentle face. As for the woman beside the man, it must be Nan Shen mother's. She was so beautiful. Seeing Nan Shen parents right in front of her eyes, no matter how brave she was, Tan Hua still felt nervous. Her legs were shaking from fright, and the hand which was holding onto Nan Shen's arm was also shaking. Nan Shen himself was nervous, like Tan Hua, but it wasn't to the extent of having his body trembled so. When he noticed how Tan Hua's hand was trembling, he was concerned for her. With a smooth movement, Nan Shen pulled Tan Hua by her waist and gave her a bear hug as he introduced her to his parents. Mom, Dad, this is Xiang, my girlfriend. Xianger, these two are my parents. Nan Shen stroked Tan Hua's head, acting very affectionate, making his parents gasped in surprise. The way Nan Shen touching Tan Hua here and there didn't make her uncomfortable. In fact, it strangely calmed her down so she could introduce herself properly to Nan Shen parents. Auntie and uncle. Nice to meet you. With a hint of bashfulness, Tan Hua called out to her future in-laws, while her voice was slightly trembling. How Tan Hua introduced herself was actually very cute for Nan Shen, and even for his parents. Nan Shen really couldn't hold back his laughter, seeing Tan Hua turned into a meek squirrel, when usually she was as naughty and unruly as a golden retriever. Nan Shen parents also thought the same as Nan Shen. When they first saw Tan Hua, they already had a good impression on her. First was because she was strangely pleasing to the eyes, and the second one was because her unique dress. And now looking at how nervous she was when she greeted them, Nan Shen parents couldn't help but giggle. She was just so cute. Having such a cute girl to be their daughter-in-law wouldn't be a bad idea. Nan Shen parents look at each other before Nan Shen mom finally talked to Tan Hua with a gentle and sweet voice. Young lady, don't call us auntie and uncle. You are going to be our daughter-in-law after all. So just call us mom and dad. Nan Shen mother had always wanted to have a daughter, so when she saw Nan Shen bringing his cute girlfriend to her, she immediately wanted Tan Hua to call her mom. The same goes with Nan Shen's father. He didn't know what it would be like to have a daughter, but after meeting Tan Hua with all her cuteness, he now wanted to have a daughter too. It would be good to have his son's future wife as his daughter-in-law. See, can I? Tan Hua was taken aback when Nan Shen parents showed their favor to her, even wanting her to call them mom and dad. Truth to be told now, seeing Nan Shen parents, she began to miss her parents too. Even if they were quite noisy and overprotective, but they loved her. And she knew that. In this world, she didn't have parents anymore, and every time she went back to her house at evening, she only saw Shen Ling since her older sister already went out to work. At morning, she couldn't talk much with her sister since she was sleeping, and just like that, she had to went to work too. Now, these two kind middle-aged couple wanted her to call them mom and dad. How could she not be touched? She always longing to call someone as her mom and dad since she knew she won't be able to meet her parents again. It was just, she didn't expect she would call someone mom and dad, and this someone were Nan Shen parents. She was happy. All right, mom. Dad. Tan Hua's face blushed red again when she tried to call Nan Shen's parents mom and dad. When Nan Shen parents heard Tan Hua called them mom and dad, Nan Shen's mother was the first one to hug Tan Hua while pinching her cheek. "Aw, so cute. I'll call you Xiang too." Nan Shen mother really liked Tan Hua. Tan Hua's appearance looked like she was from a high-class family, but she wasn't arrogant even for the slightest. Not like other ladies from high-class family she had met before. Plus, this child was just really cute when she was blushing. As expected of her son, he chose his future wife well. While hugging Tan Hua, Nan Shen mother looked at Nan Shen and gave him thumbs up, meaning that she said, "Good job, son." This made Nan Shen suddenly broke in cold sweat from the guilt he felt now. Ha ha ha, good job. But Tan Hua isn't his girlfriend at all, mom? Sorry to lie to you. Now not only Nan Shen mother, Nan Shen father also looked at Tan Hua with sparkling eyes. He also wanted to hug this little squirrel, but when he wanted to do so, his son suddenly glared to him and became overprotective of his girlfriend. This made him felt dejected, since he also want to hug his new cute daughters. So Xianger, tell us more about yourself. Nan Shen mother brought Tan Hua to sat down at a nearby seat, as she began to interrogate her future daughter-in-law with Nan Shen beside her. I am 22 years old, live abroad, I work as a designer. This dress I wear now is my design. Tan Hua began to blurt it out, whatever script Nan Shen had gave her. She talked about her non-existent family who live abroad. She talked about how she first met Nan Shen, and how they began dating in the end. Wow, this dress is your design? You are so talented, Xianger. You even helped Nan Shen with your design. Nan Shen is really lucky to have you. Nan Shen mother hit Nan Shen's shoulder as she winked at him as if saying good job son. For the second time. Nan Shen, who saw how his mother believed all Tan Hua and his lie so easily, once again felt immense guilty from lying to her. In the end, after 30 minutes talking, Nan Shen parents let Tan Hua go to enjoy the party while Nan Shen himself asked Tan Hua to wait at the food corner, since he had to talk with a few fellow businessmen about business. Nan Shen asked Tan Hua to be at the food corner, because he knew this girl had a big appetite. She loved to eat so she won't get bored when he put her at the food corner. All right, honey, I'll be waiting. Tan Hua waved her hand as she went to the food corner. She was indeed quite hungry, but she was also curious about Mi Shu. Where was that girl now? She want to meet her. Tan Hua was munching a macaroon she just took at the food corner as she walked down the hall to find Mi Shu, her best friend, when suddenly 4 beautiful young ladies appeared in front of her. What are these girls doing here? Somehow she have a bad feeling about this. Hey you! The one claiming to be young Master Nan girlfriend?